Alrighty, folks, welcome back to another episode of The Last Caretaker with me, your host, Chief Sarcan. Since we've been gone, my last video, I've been doing some optimization and cleanup, so I figured I'd give you a short tour of the updated boat. And since I'm parked at Lazarus Station, my Lazarus Station setup. So this will be a short video just to give you a tour. I'll throw on a couple of tips and tricks as we on, so buck up, let's go. So here's my ship. I went with the dragon paint just because I think it's really cool. Coming on board, I modified my entire front end. It used to be full of all kind of petroleum diesel tanks and stuff like that, but I wanted a nice, clean place to land my gyrocopter. So I got the 4 power windmills on each side and a couple of solar panels there just for an extra boost. I made my cabin nice and loud so you can see it easy from a distance. I put 5 diesel tanks inside, nice and compact and clean because there's a connection right there. I wanted to get rid of cables running everywhere. If you've been to any of my previous videos, I had cables going down both sides of the ship, down and across and around, and it was just a big mess. And I wanted to clean that up and streamline it. So now I'm nice and clean, no diesel cables anywhere. Inside here, I have a box of hoses, a box for my grenades, a box for my elemental weapons, and then my ballistic weapons. And that's just because ammo can get heavy, and so I like to craft up a bunch and just have it ready to go. Here are my extra fuel cans so I can carry 1 or 2 around in my gyrocopter. In fact, let's check it and make sure I still have one in there. Just so you know, one of these will fill up half of the tank. So if you carry around 2 of them, you'll be able to fully fill up your thing without very much weight. Anyway, just a little tip. Then I got power running up my bridge because I decided to throw some solar panels on the roof just for a little extra. The reason why I didn't put my blades like they used to be back here, up here, is because when I'm driving the ship, I like to have a nice clean view. So when you're in this position, I like to see over the top of my ship without any obstructions. And if you notice, I put my sonar right there in the middle. So when I'm driving like this, I can see if anything pops up on the sonar. Currently it's off, just to save power while I'm docked, but if you're driving, now you can see when something pops up on the sonar, then you can get off from driving and take a look and see what it is. I really wish they gave us a place that's designed for the sonar because just out in the middle of the bridge is kind of clunky. Anyway, then I put a paint can here. So all my paints, because this is how you customize your ship, so it just made sense to store the paint right next to it. But before I had the windmills up here, and I just wanted to clean it up. So coming back around, I put a couple of coffee trees here, and the only reason why I have these here is if I need oxygen for crafting, I have a gas line prepared to plug in and give me oxygen without having an oxygen tank. Also, it covers up the mess of the cables. If you notice here, there's kind of a mess of the cables and there's no clean way to do this. I got the dehumidifier to provide water to my trees. I got the distillation tank to make my diesel and petroleum. And I've made the cables as clean as possible and then use the tree to kind of hide the rest of it. Now I got 5 more tanks here. So that makes a total of 10 diesel tanks. And then inside here I have 2 petroleum tanks. And then inside here I have 4 oil on each side. And the reason why that is it takes 3 oil in to produce 6 out. So it's a 2-to-1 process in the distillation tank. However, it's not evenly split. So the petroleum is 1 out and the diesel is 5 out. So for every one of these, you get a percentage here and a percentage there. So if you do the math, it basically works out 6 tanks of oil will fill up 2 petroleum and 5 diesel. So I basically doubled the number, and then because I had the space, I put a couple extra oil as overflow. Anyway, that's my logic there. I basically got rid of most everything else off the ship because I like it nice and clean. So when you come in here, I do have a backup petroleum generator. If I'm flying or using my jet ski a lot, I may use more petroleum than whatever. And then I have my bio dump boxes. So when I come in here, I can just empty my bio here. I'm still filling up the fertilizer here, which you do by doing this. Just drop it. If it's not full, it'll just fill it up. All right, we keep coming in. Now in here is my storage, and I have 4 for every resource. I have 4 boxes for every resource, basically going back. And with the snap system and building, it makes it nice and clean. So it brings it all the way back. And then on the sides, I have power going all the way down on both sides. Now, this is too tall, so I only put 2 on each side here. And the reason why I put the power in here where they used to be where the oil's at is there's no power connection in this room. So I had to go through the door like I did with the petroleum. And the reason why these are going through the door, the gas and petroleum, is because I have cables connecting to here where if I ever want to make anything, mainly grenades that take the different things, I have wires connected for everything. I do have to connect the water, or I mean the gas, oxygen, or methane, if I need those, to the temporary gas line that's here. Already ran, so it's ready to go. I have a humidifier in here also that only connects to here. So if I need water for production, it's here. But as you can see on both sides, the power comes down and connects directly to the ship. No cables through the door. And I come back here, and this is my office space, my collection of things that I've collected along the way, and more power. I've really overdone it for the power, but that makes it so, as you can see, I have 4 stabilizers in the corners, and these stabilizers use a lot of power, so overpowering is good. And then I have not a good way to store the ore yet, but I'm not refining it, so these back row is for ore. My souvenirs, my quantum crystals are here in the bed with some critters and one of each style of the nice relics, so on and so forth. So anyway, that's the ship. Oh, and then I have my charging station for my drone there, some trees just to spice things up. Anyway, nice clean ship. Got rid of all the extra I really didn't use. And like I said, this just makes it to where when I look at the back, I don't see the mess of wires because I have the trees. So there you go. Now we'll head inside and I'll give you the Lazarus tour. As you can see here, I have one line that comes from my ship that goes up into Lazarus, and that is just a buffer, either if I need to charge up the ship because I'm behind, or when I'm drawing power, it can pull from the ship, not just from the batteries upstairs. Then I have my donk here, which until they fix the speed problem is kind of useless, but I have one, and it's just parked in a nice spot. Now we come in here, and I like nice clean lines, so the line from the ship comes up along here, goes up and over the door, and then through the wall thing. It's water on this side, which I'm not really sure why. They didn't put one water, one power on each side, but they put both power over here and both water over here. Would have been nice if it was one of each. Then I would have had to go up and over the top. Anyway, so you come through here. This is the ship's power. Remember, it's just a backup connection that comes up to my ring. And what I've done is I've basically made a ring around everything for power and water. So there's two ways to get stuff to everything. And if you look down below, you have my water production set up. I have 2 tanks per purifier. There's 4 pumps and they're all connected, but because of the math, 1 pump will feed 3 purifiers. So I only need 1 of those turned on to fill those 3, which fills these 6 tanks, which then provides water for all of your human and food production. And with that, as we come around here on this side, as you can see, the power and water comes all the way around on both sides. Then I have these 4 boxes for memories. And they're alphabetical, so when I open up a memory and I hit H to sort, or I just hit J to dump, it matches up all the memories that are extra. On this side is just some storage with your Pico station. And over here, I have all my food in a separate box. And the nice thing about the food is one of these medium boxes will hold 50 food. So as you can see here, just looking at the number on top of the box, it tells you how many food of each type, and they're color-coded and named. And this is a tier 3 food. This is the tier 2 food, or green food. And then this is the tier 1 food, or white food. So it's all alphabetical and by tier. Now I put an extra overflow box at the end of these two just so it ends up being a 3 rows of 5, because there's 5 green foods, but there's only 4 white and 4 blue. So anyway, just a simple system when you're trying to organize and pick up your memories. If you've planned it out, I can come over here and I can literally grab these 2, or I jump to the next row and then I can grab these 2, depending on what I need. Then we come over here and we have food production. So currently I'm making some extra Ultimate Genesis, even though I have 50 of every type of food, because I can see over there they're red, every box is full. You always need extra Genesis. Then to support the food production, I have medium boxes for all the different organics. So this is red, the bioflesh, and the name corresponds to the name of the organic. And then the name on the box behind it is the name of what, when you put that organic in the forge, that you're going to get out of it. So bioflesh produces the bio, the meto, and the nutrition. Bioregular, mitochondrial flyer, and then because I ran out of room, I put the overflow over here. The nanite nutrition are all the red. In fact, I probably should recolor this box so it makes more sense. There we go. There we go. And then so on and so forth. So the white box. BioLite produces vitamin D. BioOrganic produces omega-3, so on and so forth. I just realized that when I did this, the lights were up. It was dark and I didn't get my colors lined up. Anyway, so on and so forth. BioWaste is fat. BioSeaweed produces carbohydrates and protein. So there we go. Little trick I have here is I put a small table inside there because it's the same height as the bin, and then I put a pallet so when you're making a lot of food, it should roll down, bounce off, and then be out here rather than backing up and then stopping production. Just a little trick I found that, especially when you're making the cheaper food, it makes it really fast, and this could get backed up and then it stops producing. And I have my salvage device and my crafting device, both of them off until I need them. And over here on the end, I have the lenses and duplicators, so if I want to, I can just grab it there, drop it there. Now there's a chance that when it finishes producing one of these, it'll double up. Both of those do the same kind of thing, but yeah, you get a lot of them from sending humans up, so why not? Now, to back up here, if you notice, I have 2 batteries over here and 2 batteries over here, and then I have lines going to the roof on both sides. And the reason why I did this is it's redundancy. So I have 8 batteries up top on each side with a separate line coming down to feed power on one side or feed power on the other side, so that there's always power that can get out here and you don't get bottlenecked, because there's a flow rate. If you have too much power, so if I turn all 4 of these in and there's a single line, there's a chance that every once in a while your power will flicker, even though you have enough power. So I built a redundancy path. So power is in parallel. As I said, 2 batteries down here on each side with 8 batteries on each side up top. So we'll go take a look at that. As you can see here, the lines just run, and right now it's taking the shortest path, which, because I'm producing food, it's just pulling power from this side to keep those 2 batteries down below full and provide power. Now when you get up here, as you can see here, you got power coming from the outside, 8 batteries on each side with power redundantly going each direction. And then there's a cross line here that connects both sides. It's nice, out of the way, not in your walking area. It basically means that there's 20 batteries on the system that can feed the power down below. And if it needs to, it will flow through both sides. Right now, it doesn't need to flow from both, so it's literally just come down this one side. If I'm producing humans, you'll see both sides lit up because it's pulling enough power, and the flow rate, the shorter distance to the left side of, as we're facing production humans, would pull from here, and the right side production would pull from here, and you can have all 4 of them powered up. And I didn't like having cables along here, so I used to have the power here, but I moved it to the roof, so now I don't have to walk over anything, nice and clean. So now we can come up to the roof, and we have all this power here. I have 4 solar panels across the back, 3 across the front, and then the 6 here. These would have had 4 and 4, but this box is in the way, so I just put 2 and 4. And then I have a box here for repair materials. So if I've been here a while, I can just come up here and I don't have to bring anything with me. I can just repair. Keeping in mind, they only takes damage when you're here. So you shouldn't have to repair very often. As you can see, they're taking 1 each. So literally you could ignore them for a very long time and never have to repair. But anyway, so there's my Laz tour. I do have 1 power panel over on the other side, over here, which it looks like I'm not charging them up enough. I'm just filling this. So this is providing the lights to the facility. So it looks like I took too much power out. I used to have a whole bunch of power up here, and then I would connect this all the way across. But I stopped doing that, so I need to put a wind turbine back up there so it charges during the night and not drain the batteries too far down. So let's go ahead and put one of those back up. I'll have to go get the material for it, but now notice the snapping. So this will pop 2 nice things, but you can cheat it by hitting F, get rid of the snap, and now you can squash things better. So if I wanted to put it right there once it was built, I could, but if I do snapping, it moves. So you can play with that. Anyway, we'll go get the materials to make a Typhoon, so that charges overnight. Stops draining those bands because I don't want to run cables all the way across. Back to the ship. And then I'll show you a couple extra trips. I know I'm talking a lot, I'm sorry, but this is supposed to be a quick video that's informational. So I'm just trying to get you the information. Anyway, as you can see here, when you're coming down, everything's nice and clean, organized, no mess, no fuss. I was going to redesign this, but I figured it's good enough. So, are these full? Those aren't full. That's full. That's full. Okay. So unfortunately, we can't get any more light, and we can't get any more dark once you clear the map. Seaweed you get from your ship, the trash collector, and then bio waste and bio organic are the worms, and then obviously sharks give you the red. So there you have it. Acting like I still have some. Okay, oh. There. Here. That's all right. I think one wind turbine. Oh, guys. You don't even have to shoot. Okay. Once I finish fixing this turbine situation, you've seen it live where I had a problem and we're going to fix it. Then I'm going to show you the easy way to hunt sharks and fly your gyrocopter, because I know that is a tricky endeavor for a lot of people, but it's actually fairly simple once you get used to it. There's the caveat. Get used to it. Go. That's building. Back the power. Oh, drop there. Bring that across. Connect that to there. And now these should stabilize out in their power. And the reason why I didn't go straight from here to here is if I ever needed to power myself, I can just connect right there. So anyway, that should fix that. Let's take the quick way down. One little trick that to learn, if you're out sailing around and you ever want to know where your ship is parked, this arch can be seen from the distance. This arch indicates where the dock is at. So if you come underneath the arc, you come over here and go down, oops, your ship is right there. So if you're sailing in, no matter what direction you're coming, just head for the side of the building that has the arch. Little fall trick. If it's a long ladder, you don't have to climb it. Just drop off and then reconnect. I'm just picking up some bile since we're here. I come over to the edge. Whee! Boom. Oh, I hit the edge. Interesting. I misjudged it. Usually I just land right in the water. Oh, bunch of bio for free. All right, let's get this cleaned up. All right, there's a shark. A little trick for the shark. I'm going to get his attention. Oh, that's a laser shark. So the laser shark you do not want to shoot from a distance. The laser shark you want to get close. So here, we'll show you how to do the laser shark. I use my thing there. As long as he doesn't sink. Here. All right, so there's a laser shark. So what I do, this is the best trick for these shark hunting, is come out here. When you get close, you jump off, you come underwater, and then you just strafe them. He can't bite you, he can't shoot you if you're just strafing in a circle. And this works for all the sharks. I'm literally not worried about fighting them because they are not going to get me. Now, because he was a laser shark, if you were far away, he will back up from you and try and avoid you getting close so he can shoot you with the laser. Once you do get close enough, if you keep swimming straight at him, then he will lunge forward and try and bite you. So that's a little trick for the lasers. Same thing for the hammerhead. Now that bugged out. It shouldn't be still trying to go away. Anyway. So the same thing. We see a shark on the horizon. Just going to come out here. Now we're probably going to get that one and the two hammerheads at the same time. Come out here. He's going to come at you. Get off. Go down. And then start shooting. Strafe, strafe, strafe. See, the hammerhead tried to hit me, but because there's another shark there, had trouble getting to me. I took a little bit of damage. But otherwise, we're perfectly fine. There we go. Harvest these two. We'll head back to the ship, get our power back, because we did take a little bit of damage. But shark hunting's pretty simple once you got the mechanic down. Oh, did we lose one? Oh, right there. There he is. Okay. This one wasn't a laser shark. It is rather funny. The hammerheads give you more bio than the bigger sharks. They give you 10 per, where the large sharks, the regular and the hammerhead, or the, oops. This should be, I hope this is the right way. The fog makes it really hard to know where your building's at. Oh, there's another shark, so we'll just go ahead and get that one while we're at it. Well, there's our building. There we go. There's another trick. So there, we can't see it. It's hard because of the fog. If we were out farther, we might not see it at all, but you go underwater, now you can see it pretty good. So if you're not sure where to go, sometimes going underwater is actually better than being above the water. Now we can see the building. We can head back. We're almost out of power, so we definitely need to get back. I do have batteries on me, but we're close enough. About it. Come in, up our bio, come in. Go ahead and get some power. Go. Jump in that. It looks like it still needs some more of this. Yep. All right. Our health back. Oops. All right, and finally, we'll show you how to fly the gyrocopter, at least how it works for me. So, a few trips for the gyrocopter. See how you turn with the mouse? That's the only way you ever want to turn. If you use the A and D, you bank, and the craft can get very unstable. So don't turn like this as you're trying to go up. So here we're going to start it up. We should go straight up because we're not touching the mats. Once you turn, see how I pointed my mouse, then the helicopter changed to go where I stopped the mouse at. If you point down with the W, you'll go faster and you kind of bank forward. But then you have to kind of do up at the same time to level out. If you want to slow down, you just hit S to go backwards. I'm turning. I'm not using the keys because if you do A or D, you turn like this, and then it's a quick turn, but then you have to wait for it to stable out. But once you kind of figure out how to do this, you can pretty much stop on a dime anywhere. So like if I wanted to land on this balcony without hitting the wall, I just come in, I tap back to stop my forward progression, and I take a little bit off by hitting control off the power, and I keep tapping back. So I basically drift forward, but straight down, until I get to where I need to be. Just like that, we've landed. And then I can collect all this bio that I did not know was up here, and then head back to the ship. But over at Exodus, using that trick, I've landed on the balconies. So there's a balcony at the command place where I literally land my helicopter like